Now, I will call this section "You're a Grown Ass Man." Now, for the past couple of videos, I really have gone after some of the women and, more or less likely in the media that's really don't really be acting like women, like the Sukianas and the Sexy Reds and all that other stuff. Now, with that being said, I have had videos of me talking about there are some men that you just kind of like look at and they're just like weirdos, and then you just like and you see them behave and you be like, you're a grown ass man. It's like, why in the hell are you acting like this? Um, Fresh and Fit is one of them, especially when we already talked and we already talked about the Fresh and Fit thing. At least on my, I think I talked about it here. Oh yeah, I did. I did during that whole day when I was just ranting on random videos. Um, I talked about that on the podcast as well. Now I've had this video for two people that comes into mind, and one of them is DJ Academics, who I like, who I actually like, and the other one is Whack 100, who I'm not a fan of. I'll be honest with you, I'm not a fan of Whack 100, and the reason why I'm not a fan of Whack 100 is for OG, he really do some non OG stuff that I feel like, why are you doing this? You're a grown ass man. And I've seen the way he don't handle people. Like I've seen the way he talk to people, and he just starts stuff. He tells story. I see them tell stories that it's just like be instigating. People have to check him sometimes. People have to say he was lying and all that. And then like I've seen him at his age wanting to fight people, and it's just weird. Like to me, he has this type of energy. It's just like, why are you acting like this? You're a grown ass man. You shouldn't even be acting like this. Another person, now DJ Academic, and be mindful. I actually do like academics. I know a lot of people don't like academics. I actually do like academics. When he is on his brand, and this is probably the main point of being on your brand, and what Kevin Samuels was being on your brand, and like not letting outside stuff ruin your brand. And so, if this the one thing you can take from Kevin Samuels, is he was about his brand. So anywhere you go, he acted like he acted in a way where you can't detriment his name. You can't say he was out of pocket, he was out of line. Everything he put on, it was his image, because he was big on image. Now we gonna start with Whack 100, because um there's a video in which I have I'm about to prop up right now, of him screaming at Amber Rose, and I guess he, for some reason, he threw Wiz Khalifa in there, and like Wiz Khalifa don't mess with nobody. That man just tried to. My man, he goes and produces his weed, the KK, and be about his business, do his kickboxing, and mind his own fucking business. Now, I saw this off of Chick Smooth, which this video coming up is from Chick Smooth. And fair use YouTube. This is under the fair use. And I was watching this video, and granted, I'm not a big fan of Emma Rose. I'm not. I'm really not. But like even then, like I wouldn't act like this towards her. And I don't know why he acts like this. Now there's times where I've seen Amber Rose, she's gone off the deep end. And like, anytime where she's like tries to argue a point, she just gets loud, right? But I do not feel like this is you don't really meet them at their level. I think and this is what you know what, let me just play the video for you.
I know Chigs is in here recording this. No shit smooth in here, right? So whatever you say,
you know, Trey gonna have everything. And also Wiz Khalifa. Tell me what you guys think about this, man. Push comments below. Subscribe to my channel. Like this video. I'll see you guys later.
First things first, shout out to Chick Smooth for making this video. And second of all, what you're about to see is something that I feel like as a man you just don't do. You just don't. To me, you don't do. So we're going to see what the hell I'm talking about.
We're not going to do that over Clubhouse. If you wanted to have a conversation with me, you could have had a conversation with me.
No, fuck that.
You can abuse them bitches over there. You don't have to do that to me at the end of the day. You don't even know where the fuck I live
You
at.
acting like she did something wrong.
Whack, I don't think
It
that
don't matter. That's between me and another woman. That's between me and another woman. Why the fuck you yelling? It's between me and another woman, bro.
Bitch, I know you.
That's crazy, bitch. You got me fucked up, Whack. You got me real fucked up, bro.
Got you fucked up yet?
Yeah, you got me fucked up for real.
Okay.
Over fucking 50-year-old grown man is arguing with me over Clubhouse, bro. We can't even make this shit up.
Behind this nigga that she knows
it's not you making it about him, Whack. It's the fact you came on stage and you literally start yelling at me and cursing at me, bro. We could have had a conversation.
Why you ain't checking?
You're yelling at me over a Clubhouse room. This shit is retarded. This is retarded.
Conversation earlier, did I not?
Did you
what? I not? Respectful conversation earlier. I'm expecting you.
Man, that went berserk.
Nigga, I don't give a Magneto. Y'all know I don't give a. I ain't turning nothing down from nobody. I didn't deal with this little. You took Kanye 9 months ago. Begging for 100. You better leave me alone. And he left you for a 70-year-old. You know why you ain't with Wiz no more? Tell the truth. Wiz like what you like. Now we're going to get it all going. We're going to see how your family and your whole circle can handle this. I don't think she's ready, Magneto.
Gosh, man.
I keep forgetting about the damn mute button. Again, you are a grown ass man. Why are you carrying on like this? Like, what is the point of you carrying on like this? Like, you're supposed. Now, here's the thing. I've had this type of. This is my nitpick with men, and honestly, this is like my biggest nitpick with men. When grown ass men carry on like little boys. Like when you see grown, like the first time I ever saw it was in the military, and I just seen like a man that was like damn near about to retire in his 40s, carrying on like a 20-year-old kid. Trying to fight people, just trying to curse people out, and it's just like you this would be in one. You think you would someone that you would look up to, and would get advice from, and I'm seeing that he's acting like a little ass boy, and to me that's just it cringes. To me, it's cringy. So every time I seen Whack, and I've seen Whack on this type of time, I don't be mindful. I'm not on Clubhouse, and I know he's on Clubhouse, and I know this goes on Clubhouse, but which is why I stay away from stuff like that. I don't usually have people like this, and I feel like if I ever become something like this, please shoot me. Just shoot me, because this is something that I don't ever want to become. Now, I'm saying this like I might meet the man in person, because you don't know, because maybe this will blow up, and then maybe this would and this is something I would say in his face. It's just like, yo, I think sometimes what you do is corny. Now, if he's going to fight me for it, he's going to fight me for it, but I had to be at least that honest. I feel like what he does is like a lot of stuff that he does on Clubhouse or the stuff he does is corny. Like he tells these stories that I feel like they're not really supposed to be told, but yet he's telling people these stories. Like, but you don't know the truth or not. Half of the times when he tells some of these stories, people be like, "Whack, none of that shit happened." And there's been stories about that. Like, it's people say, "Yo, Whack, none of that shit happened. What the fuck are you talking about?" And it's just like everybody looking at him like, "What the fuck?" So another person now, but that's like he's in his 50s now. Another person that I feel like he's in his 30s, and I was already talked about, is DJ Academics. Now, I respect Act for. Excuse me. I respect Ed for what he's done in the game. I really do. Like, look, I watch this stuff, and every time it's your boy DJ Academics. Check it out. I do. I could really say I'm a fan of his, but I have not been feeling this whole big act shit lately. And I've said this many times before, but I don't think I've ever put it on the channel to where because I always done a couple of videos of that kid. It's just like it never makes the channel. But this is how. But if you want to know my emotion, it's like I think he might be a cool dude, but I also feel like he has a lot of insecurities, like the shit with him and Erica Badu. Like to me, that shit was corny. That shit was corny, and the reason why it was corny because like he was talking about Scissor, and he was talking about Scissor's weight. Now, first of all, and I'm a big nigga too, but he is the last nigga to be talking about someone's weight. And I don't and I've been on a record saying like I don't like Scissor's BBL. And I never really did like Scissor's BBL. She never needed it. She was a beautiful woman. And I feel like whatever happened in Hollywood has just changed her mind about herself because she doesn't have plastic surgery here and there. And if it was me, I'd have told her like, "No, don't do it. You're a beautiful woman. You don't need it. Everybody thinks you're beautiful." But I feel like some people are just going to do it anyway because they feel like they have to compete with people, even if they're not in the same field. They have to compete with people. I feel like even lawyers would get a BBL if it would help them out. You know, it's like, where you going? Well, I'm going to Puerto Rico. Go get my butt done. Maybe take the grandkids out. Like, oh, 60-year-old grandma's trying to get BBLs and some shit like that. Like, that shit, like, that shit is weird. Now, back to academics. Like, what is the thing I find him weird? That I feel like, again, you're a grown ass man. The shit that he did against Erica Badu. Now, there are just people that black people love, and Erica Badu is one of them. People love themselves with Erica Badu. Like, academics is cool, but she was definitely not on the Erica Badu plateau that she could do whatever the fuck she want. And Erica Badu looks like she does whatever the fuck she want. Now, with that being said, he found a Spanish girl, and one of my friends was you know he was very friendly, just very friendly, and flirted with her. But I think oh no, Rosa, no. I'm sorry. Scratch out all that. Scratch all that. I was thinking of something else. I was actually was thinking of I was thinking of something else that had nothing to do with. Anyway, the joint about DJ Academics that got me mad was the shit with Eric. The shit he was talking about with Erica Badu, and calling her a slut, and the talk about she was ran through. That's the one that got that. Scratch that whole sec. I was about to tell a story about a whole different type of story that had nothing to do with academics. Anyway, like the way he went at Erica Badu. Now, maybe he was right. Maybe he was right. Maybe she has been ran through and all that other stuff. No one cares. It's Erica Badu. No one cares. You could tell she's a free spirit. No one cares. You could tell she's going to probably die before or after all of us, or something like that. But like, I feel like Erica Badu's gonna be like a hermit crab and living until like she's 140. Selling her Badu segments and all that stuff. And motherfucking academics went at her because of a joke she made about 5 years ago about him looking like Jerry the Mouse, in which he do look like Jerry the Mouse. So what are you getting mad for? You look like Jerry the Mouse. If they would have told me that, I'd have fucking laughed about it and then just kept it moving. But that's just me. A lot of people don't think like me. So, and now I'm not even perfect all the time, so I'm not even going to try to go there. But what I can say is I wouldn't have done that shit though. Now, I wanted to talk about this one more thing, and then I'm getting off, and that is if Steve Harvey's getting a divorce or not. And I do believe that he is getting divorced, and I think the wife initiated it. I don't think it was Steve because it looked like Steve. Excuse me. I don't think Steve asked for the divorce because I think Steve might be the one that will be like, hey, let's make it work, let's make it stay, and all that other stuff. Let's just try to make the family work. I feel like she did that, and now she was divorced and she wants half of his settlement. Uh-uh. It's like I don't know if Steve wants to give her that, but she's not worth that. It's just like, and I don't like the fact that if you were married for someone for a while and you didn't, I feel like you shouldn't get his fortunes if you didn't put no work in on it. Like if he had to get himself, to six figures, then she should want to date the dude that's six figures. If you catch my drift, right? Now with Steve Harvey and his wife, I think they're going to drag the fuck out of Steve Harvey. I really do. I think they're going to drag the fuck out of Steve Harvey. I think there's going to be people that's just waiting for that man's downfall, even though he may or may not have some good advice. Now, here's the thing about advice: is that everyone has one, and some people think that their advice is good, some people think their advice is bad, but half of the times you don't know until you ride it. So I think they're going to drag Steve Harvey. I really do. I'm going, and it's like I feel sorry for Steve Harvey because I feel like it's not going to be deserved. And she looks like a gold digger. She really does. She like Marjorie looks like a goddamn gold digger, and they've been married for fucking ever. Her boyfriend is not even out of jail. Now, where the fuck do they go from there? Hopefully, they don't come back in your house. But in conclusion, these are some like, especially for the first two, you're a grown as man. All right. And what I want from people to learn from this is that you learn from three different people how they handle things. And it kind of is sorted to violence. I don't feel like half of the shit that, we have some conversation got to end in violence. Violence is dumb. Violence is stupid. It's for you to protect yourself, not to really put off fights. So, but with Steve Harvey shit, I feel sorry for him because it's just like he wasn't. I don't think he was giving bad advice. I feel like he was giving solid advice. Sometimes it's obvious, and sometimes it's just like you have to scratch your head, but it actually works. But I do feel like that he's going to bounce again, and he's going to get back on his feet. I just hope. I just hope that he does it to a point to where he's satisfied with it, and maybe his baby. This, oh, she crying. The baby is crying. Oh shoot. I'm tired, y'all. I'm hearing babies in my head and all that other stuff. I just heard a baby in my head. I'm tired, so I'm about to head to bed. But in conclusion, y'all some grown ass men. Yeah, please act like it. Like I don't like seeing grown ass men act like little boys because we need more people to, lead instead of acting like big old bunch of boys that don't have no direction, don't have no purpose of what to do. You're gonna need somebody with some order. And I feel like with that being said, you can how can I say this? You do is as long as you have order, you have structure, you good. And a lot of these kids needs order today. And I do think Steve Harvey was a real good route. And I feel like he was trying his best. I don't know if he got stabbed and all that other stuff. He just found out his wife get divorced, and that's like 14, 15 years. So I know a lot of people is gonna be happy. I feel like a lot of people gonna drag Steve Harvey. So I'm not gonna drag him. So but I do hope he finds happiness after this divorce. Because nobody wants to be divorced. Let's be real. Nobody really wants to be divorced unless you really, really, really want him out of your life or relationship. Nobody wants that. Uh, Let me know what y'all think about that whole thing. Till then, my name is Oskino Fly, and I am out. And as soon as I find out, oh man, y'all gonna have to excuse me. Like, I'm still used to this live streaming thing, and hopefully, like whoever watches this, we get on live stream, and maybe I could take some thoughts from the chat. So that's a big hope. So with that being said, my name is Oskino Fly, and I am out. Peace.